Hi, I'm Natalie from ATMS and welcome to our Practitioner Spotlight. Today I'm joined by Riccardo. Hello, Riccardo.
Hi, Natalie. How you going?
Good, thank you. Thanks for joining us today and sharing a bit about yourself and your modality. So
Pleasure.
let's start. Can you do a bit of an introduction, who you are, where you're located, and what modality do you do?
Yeah, hi, I'm Riccardo. I'm from Canberra. I'm a trained acupuncturist and sort of moved into the areas of movement therapy, which is all about how people walk and sort of changing how they walk and letting them understand what they're doing when they're walking and try to change it to really change how their pain signals arrive and hopefully get them out of pain.
So therefore, I was going to say, what type of conditions are you seeing therefore, obviously? So you got the acupuncture, which is great, and
Yeah,
the movement therapy.
that's right. So the acupuncture is really good at internal medicine and also to take pain away. But the movement therapy is all about taking pain away from the feet, knees, pelvis, upper back. So we're looking at how the body moves and then allowing the person to discover what parts aren't moving. And then that's where the magic happens. So they alleviate their own pain through movement.
That's so important because I guess a lot of us are moving incorrectly. Would that be something that you see
Yeah,
a lot
it's not
of?
about moving incorrectly. You're moving perfectly for yourself.
Yes.
There are optimum ways to move based on how the joints move. So if
Mm-hmm.
you understand what parts are missing, what parts you can't do in your own body, my job is just to bring that forward, make you aware of it. So your nervous system lights up and goes, oh, I didn't know I had that in my system. And then once you regather that movement, the body then changes. And that's what I'm after. So it's your awareness of how you move. I'm just the guiding light to get there.
Awesome. I love what you said, the nervous system, because if people with pain, they are stuck, that whole nervous system pain cycle, that brain perceiving pain as well, can be a
That,
huge factor for people.
That's right. Isn't the acupuncture is great at sort of unmasking that pain for the brain and separating it. And the movement therapy then gives them something after to do during the sessions, basically. So they've got things they can do whilst they come back and see me, basically. So they've got this ability to heal themselves through the movement, which is, I think, is different from just seeing a therapist with a passive treatment all the time. I used to do that previously in doing acupuncture, but then I thought there's something more. What can I help more people after the treatment off the couch? And that's the idea of the movement therapy.
So you're seeing patients from injuries or
Yeah, I think they come to me last. They've seen everyone
yeah,
else and they're like, oh, Ricardo, I've still got pain here. And
yes.
then what I do is I look from the ground up, see
Mm,
where the history is of injuries and pain and what's happening, and then look at the feet in 3D, see how it moves. And then
mm,
the knees, see how the knees move, the pelvis, and get this overall static position. But
mm,
then from the static, seeing how they move. So we
mm.
want to make sure that every joint moves correctly, particularly when you're walking. And there's a lot of things happening when you're walking, but
Yeah.
I break it down into little manageable steps. So the client sees how they move, and then we know then what areas they can't move based on sort of assessments. And then we have a process to follow to actually get you to move better. It takes time. There's a lot of joints to move, but
Yes.
you've got a process to follow. So obviously get you out of pain and then have this process where you're getting the entire system moving as one, which I think is different than seeing another therapist and getting isolated treatment.
Mm,
I'm looking at your feet, but the whole structure. How does it move? How does it rest?
mm.
And then giving you movements to do to help that.
Yeah, I think it's important. Like some people might go see a therapist, get their treatment, and then they go home and they go, "Oh, I'm cool." But that follow up, that they need to do stuff at home, don't they, as well, to keep
Well,
that.
I tell people what would you like your retirement to be? Tell me
Yes.
now. If you want to move happily and move pain-free and have a wonderful retirement, it starts now. It
Yeah.
starts in your 20s and 30s, not with doing hours and hours of movements, but understanding what your body's doing,
Mm,
giving techniques to work it out, and then going 5, 6, 10 minutes a day thinking,
mm.
I just have to move this because it doesn't move. And then the knock-on effect of the whole system moving better over a long period of time gives you that wonderful retirement, basically. So it's giving your body super now, basically, for the long term, which I love, because I
Yeah,
don't like the quick fix, do this and then it's all gone. It's like, what can I do? So you'll eventually never see me again because you'll learn how to treat yourself. That's
that's
my goal.
really
It's not a
cool.
great business model, but it's great for the client to have this wonderful journey where they start learning about their own bodies.
I love that. So obviously you do have a clinic. Can you share a bit about where your clinic is
Yeah, my
and
clinic
your clinic
is in
name?
the center of Canberra.
Yeah,
It's just one big room because I want to see how people move and walk. Um, and then it's just us working through how people move. So it's center of Canberra. The Body Lab is what I'm called. .au. And we do a lot. So acupuncture, obviously, that's what I'm trained in, and I still do. I do a little bit of cranial therapy as well, movement therapy, which is closed chain biomechanics. And then I'm always learning. I love learning, basically. So I'm getting into nerves and how nerves affect the joints and how that moves. So always learning about how the body moves and articulates and how to help people.
that's so brilliant. And thank you so much for sharing a bit about you, what you do as well. And hopefully people can come and seek you out if they want some assistance and
I hope so.
go see Riccardo in Canberra. Thank you for
Thanks,
joining
Natalie.
us.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.